Trump was asked about how, and this too is a lie, about how Zohran Mamdani is basically the Trump of the left, which, I mean, talk about a laundering of Zohran Mamdani. Watch this.
Zohran Mamdani, 34-year-old Democratic socialist. He's the
communist, not socialist, communist. He's far worse than a socialist.
Some people have compared him to a left-wing version of you, charismatic, breaking the old rules. What do you think about that?
Well, I think I'm a much better looking person than him, right?
But what if Mamdani becomes mayor?
It's going to be hard for me as the president to give a lot of money to New York because if you have a communist running New York, all you're doing is wasting the money you're sending there. So I don't know that he's won, and I'm not a fan of Cuomo one way or the other, but if it's going to be between a bad Democrat and a communist, I'm going to pick the bad Democrat all the time, to be honest with you.
So well said. That last line, that's exactly right. If it's between a communist and a bad Democrat, I'll pick the bad Democrat. Go ahead,
Megyn. Norah O'Donnell just asserted on CBS News on its crown jewel 60 Minutes that some people have compared Mamdani to Trump. Have you yet heard that? Of all the comparisons I've heard Mamdani to,
two peas in a pod.
Donald Trump is the one that I haven't heard. I don't know who some people are that they, they're like the experts that they find. Some people.
Is she a Cuomo voter? Possibly. Like, why would she say that on 60 Minutes to 60 Minutes viewers?
Well, I don't know. But Trump came back with "I'm better looking" because he was insulting properly the unseriousness and the silliness of the question. What's he supposed to say to that? Some people have compared you. What? No. I don't know who they are. Bring them on here. I don't believe they exist. Next question. I mean, he handles it.
Oh, Walter, if he had said who, she would have been so uncomfortable.
Right. Exactly. Let's hear. When did that happen? Today? Yesterday?
Yes.
What he should have said is that, do those people admire him but hate me? Are they saying that he's terrible? Because most people on your network use Donald Trump as a synonym for the devil. So they must hate him, right? I mean, now Donald Trump, now to call somebody Donald Trump is a compliment on CBS. I don't understand what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because he breaks the rules. Also, what rule has he broken? I mean, what is Mamdani doing that in New York is actually so controversial? I mean, he's just...
Well, I mean, his last campaign ad, I think, was in Arabic. That's a little controversial, but not for the reasons that they attacked Donald Trump.
Oh, I mean, that reminds me of Donald Trump when he does a campaign commercial in Arabic. No, what?
So I do think it's interesting, though, that you've got... Like there is a dynamic underfoot here at CBS. Before I go on to it, actually, I'll just play one more. This is, two more. I don't want to spend our whole time talking about Norah O'Donnell, but here was some news a little bit about who's going to be president or run for president on the GOP ticket in 28, SOT 5.
There's been a lot of talk about 2028 and who will be at the top of the Republican ticket. Can you set the record straight? You're not going to try and run for a third term?
Well, I don't even think about it. I will tell you, a lot of people want me to run, but the difference between us and the Democrats is we really do have a strong bench. I don't want to use names because it's, inappropriate, but it's too early.
But people do like when you start talking about whether you like J.D. Vance or Secretary Rubio.
I do like J.D. Vance. I like Marco Rubio. I like so many people. We have an unbelievable bench.
My take on this is the same as it's been, which is Trump this is the guy who ran Apprentice and Celebrity Apprentice. And he's definitely not going to tell you who's going to win the final boardroom contest until anything closer than the last episode.
He's a lot smarter than she is. And it was clear there because even though he acted a little annoyed, she fell into his trap. He has her talking about Marco Rubio and J.D. Vance in the 2028 election. And she's already giving free airtime to that. She's, she's already getting us focused on that. And all he has to do is say, I might run in 2028. And he's drawn all the attention to the Republican ticket. And that's all it takes. I mean,
stay coy.
Yeah. And in that sense, he's controlling the conversation. And yet she thinks her gotchas are controlling it. And once again, she said, a lot of people are saying. Do they have to preface everything with experts say, or some people are saying, or a lot of people are saying? They're CBS News, for God's sake. Why don't they talk about themselves?
Just say it.
Yeah.
Just say it.
Just say it.
Could it be Marco? Could it be JD? Have you considered that? You said Marco and JD would make an amazing ticket. Why? Say that. Whatever.
Exactly.
Okay.
They're always channeling
Here's the
some
last
man
one.
in the street who doesn't exist.
Who's like more credible than Nora O'Donnell.
Exactly.
I mean, truly, it undermines you as a reporter, right? It's like,
exactly.
I don't have the credibility or the gravitas to actually ask this question, but some people do. This is from the extended interview. It didn't air on 60, but it was part of the interview that got, scrapped. Now I believe they're posting all their presidential transcripts on CBS.com or 60.com because of what happened with Kamala Harris. At least they said that was going to be their new policy. So here is an exchange that did not make the cut. Watch this, .6.
The press got behind her. Oh, they were so behind her. But eventually she failed because she couldn't speak. She wasn't a very intelligent person, in my opinion, but she couldn't speak properly. She could not speak. And actually 60 Minutes paid me a lot of money. And you don't have to put this on because I don't want to embarrass you, and I'm sure you're not. I think you have a great new leader, frankly, because the young woman that's leading your whole enterprise is a great, from what I know, I don't know her, but I hear she's a great person. But 60 Minutes was forced to pay me a lot of money because they took her answer out that was so bad, it was election changing 2 nights before the election, and they put a new answer in. And they paid me a lot of money for that. You can't have fake news. You've got to have legit news. And I think that it's happening.
Mr. President?
I see good things happening in the news. I really do. And I think one of the best things that happen is this show and new ownership, CBS and new ownership. I think it's the greatest thing that's happened in a long time to a free and open and good press.
Now, she wasn't so interruptive on that one, Walter, because she's like, there's no way 1 second of this is airing. Go ahead.
But am I correct? Did you say that they make available that which they have cut out now?
Yeah, on YouTube they post it.
That's a victory. That's a huge victory.
Oh, yeah.
I mean...
Oh, they only did it because he sued, because it became a national controversy, because people felt they actively interfered with the presidential election. Because what's so controversial about just showing an actual exchange or showing the transcript of the actual exchange versus what you aired? So yes, it was a victory, but it's like such a simple thing to do.
It is a simple thing to do, and it's a common sense thing to do, and they never did it before because they wanted to hide their sins. And now they've gotten caught and forced to do it. But it allows a chess game on the part of the interviewee that didn't exist before, which is, as Trump said, you can now say things that you know they're going to cut out. And you have a sort of second interview. You have like the black market interview in which you praise Bari Weiss and so on. And you know it's going to be cut out, but you know it's also going to be available and can be clipped and circulated on social media. So there are now 2 60 Minutes interviews every time there is one. And one includes, I bet you will cut this out, and then they do. And then it circulates anyway. That they have made some progress against the deceptive press, and that innovation is one, and the fact that Bari Weiss is in charge of CBS News is another. And I think that's a much bigger deal than people are letting on, because whatever their viewership is, even compared to this podcast, I'm sure it's smaller in a lot of ways. But
yeah, it's.
But whatever
I was just
it
going to
is,
say it's pathetic. And their morning numbers are in third place, which is the kiss of death. And their evening numbers, I think, are in third place. They're all in third place. CBS has never been great, and they're especially weak right now. Keep going.
But it shows that these places are penetrable. CBS News, next to the New York Times, is the historic crown jewel of what is called the establishment liberal media. Back to the days of Bill Paley, whatever. And that it could have a change in its executive leader and in its editorial policy, I don't think is appreciated as the sea change it really is.
Did you know gold is up around 40% this year? That's not speculation, it's reality. And if a portion of your savings is not diversified into gold, you're missing the boat. Here are the facts. The US dollar, still too weak. The government debt still growing. This is why central banks are flocking to gold. They're the ones driving prices up to record highs. But it's not too late to buy gold from Birch Gold Group and get in the door right now. Birch Gold will help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. You don't pay a dime out of pocket. Just text MK to 989898 and claim your free info kit. There's no obligation, just useful information. The best indicator of the future is the past, and gold has historically been a safe haven. So text MK to 989898 right now to claim your free info kit on gold. MK to the number 989898. Protect your future today with Birch Gold. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.